Hello everyone, my name is Greg Chen. Many of you might know me as Porkky over on Howard's Animator Guild Discord group. I'm one of the moderators there, and some of you may have heard me also from the interview video that I did with them not too long ago. I'm mostly active on Twitter, so if you're interested in seeing what I'm doing or what I'm up to, go ahead and hop over to that and feel free to follow me if you'd like. I'm really excited because this time around I'll be reviewing, I believe, month 12 character design challenges. We'll go through all of the submissions first in the video. Toward the end we'll be talking about the honorable mentions, and of course the top 3 will be discussed at the very end. So here we go. So Miss Mama Glitch did something really cool. She took her model sheet and actually voiced a lot of her expressions, in addition to doing her model sheet and a couple of illustrations.
It's Nora now. I'm watching over Tony's daughter. She's insanely valuable. I doubt that. It's Nora. God, you are such a dick. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I should have been able to protect him. Sophie, are you okay? Yeah, don't worry, Soph. Sophie, can you come out to the register, please? There's something I have to do in the back. Sophie, you're done for the day. I'll deal with the police.
So before counting down to the final three, we're going to be going over the honorable mentions. Some of these pieces were pieces Howard wanted to say something about, or that I wanted to say something about. A lot of these pieces have some takeaway from them, so everyone here did a fantastic job. It was really, really hard to pick even the top three, and a lot of these actually did contend for top three, so fantastic job to everyone here as well. So first up, we've got Lick M, his Desert Rose, or D Rose character, his little robot. This character actually gave Howard quite a chuckle. I think out of all our submissions, this one is probably would win the prize for the most original character on here. I mean, if you look at, he put the fire retardant, the debris removal, like all these little functions that a robot would have, water jet, first aid. It's all really creative and really cool, so good job there. Meru did this mechanical gremlin character. This one's probably one of my favorites because it's really tight drawings. It's a really well done turnaround. Like, he even goes into the prop design, the hand, how like his leather band goes around his arm, and even the backpack, like just the prop design is just really well done here. He even has a color palette and even a really charming animation of the character just running in a loop. This one's just, I love everything about this. Hendrix, sorry if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. So first off, what Howard wanted to say about this design was that it worked really well with everything. It's just in general, the design works very well. The details of the clothing, the tattoo, and the hair all work very well together. Specifically, like, I think the tattoo here on her little leg kind of share a similar design motif with the detail on her dress. I personally really like the white dove motif she's got going. So in the animation where she's skipping, she kind of bursts into a bunch of little doves, and it's really cool. MH3, this one is a lot more of a graphic punk kind of style. So for this one, I would say the attitude of the character really sells. It really stands out for it, and it fits the style just really well overall. I actually really like this turnaround. I really like how she still exerts her attitude while she's standing in her turnaround. I love stuff like that. I love this bunny hood here that she wears. This is super cool. Solgo. Now Solgo has quite a bit of detail going in on the design, but I think it all flows pretty well. I think what Howard wanted to say about this one was the sword and its strap. So like how it weaves into the clothing pretty seamlessly, and a nice little detail on how like the end of the sword, the little prop, attaches to the hilt of the sword. Up next, we've got Denithi's piece. Now for this one, both Howard and I both agree that the prop design here is what stands out the most, especially the steampunk spectacles and all this jewelry he has here. It's cool to see all of it in detail here, so yeah, great work. Up next, we have a Trist or Trest. So they submitted 2 turnarounds and 2 model sheets, so a lot of work. The 2 pieces I like in particular a lot are the second model sheet of the girl, where the one where the dress kind of has a little swirl around it. It almost looks like the character wants to turn around on purpose. So I would just suggest like maybe tweaking it so that she's actually twirling, like doing like a frame by frame twirl. That would look great, I think. But this last pose, very natural, really nice looking, very clear, believable drawing, and it conveys a lot of her personality. So great job on that. All right, Arctech, very solid drawing, very solid turnaround. I really like the process sketches in these, so I really like your decision making in, like, you know, what the paw is going to become, what the shoes, the shape of the head, and your final decision of like the character's final look. Violent Tuna Sandwich. Now this one I actually picked because I really like the shape they used for their they gave the character kind of like a stoic type look, how they explored the face of the character and then settled on what the hair was going to look like. They went a little bit into the silhouette and into the exploration for like the clothing design. It's nice that we get to see all that here. The last honorable mention goes to Mater. Now, Mater got extremely close to getting top 3. The character is really simple, but also a really effective design. It's really well drawn, especially the heads page. And I like that we get to see how she kind of looked like before they put the mask on the actual model sheet. So amazing, amazing work, Mater. Really quick, before we start the countdown, I wanted to give a quick shout out to those who did a lot of exploration. I mean, they did a lot of drawing for the piece. So thank you for putting in so much work, especially Exo Gray and Burden Silk Velvet. You two did a lot of exploration, arguably the most. So great job on putting in so much work, and great job on the results. And a final shout out to those who did an animation on top of all their work. So much dedication and so much great work. Amazing job to everyone who submitted. So with that, let's move on to the final 3. These are the pieces picked by the select few judges and by Howard himself with the final decisions. In third, we have a tie between GA6942 and Doodle Caboodle. So first, GA6942. It looks like they're exploring a lot, and the drawings are kind of grouped together like they would be in a sketchbook. But what I really like about what I think really works for this entry is the drawing style. So the way they explore, specifically like the shapes that they use. So they seem to be mixing round shapes with angular shapes, which results in sort of like an anti-hero type look, and I think that's really cool. For Doodle Caboodle, we've got their Hogatir character. Now this character, all of the drawings that they did for this, they're very, very professional. The turnaround looks great. The exploration for the clothing and the armor is great. The prop design exploration is fantastic, especially with the backpack. Everything in this submission looks like it would have been done for an actual indie game to me, and also it's also really hard to make an orc character look appealing, and I think they did that here. Oh boy, so I'm really happy that the judges put my piece second. It's definitely going to be weird talking about what I like about these pieces, so what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to talk about how these pieces came to be. I'll first talk about this character, which is named Blur. This character was a huge anime design commission. Around the time I did this, I also started doing a bit of character design for anime, like specifically some indie films and smaller productions. So I decided to use that knowledge and apply it to this commission because it had the exact same guidelines as the contest. The second character I submitted was my Cherry character. Her name's Sherry. Yeah, I know, very original. Every year I try to make a new character to animate with. This year is Cherry. I really wanted to make like a fairy character that would like appear in sweets and desserts, specifically on like cakes. This one in particular really likes cherries. She's like a little crybaby, and if you like poke her in real life, she'd probably be the kind of character to like die on the spot or like fall to her knees and start crying. In first place, we have the Huntsman Grandma from Sealbatross. As soon as I saw this submission, I knew that we had to give this piece the champion spot. Just by looking at the drawings, it's really clear how confident they were with the drawing, the strokes, and using shape language to really be the selling point of the character. Howard said he could easily see this character as part of a short film or even a feature film. I can personally see this as artwork being done for animation for TV. They explored the character using silhouettes, which was a bonus and not required for this contest, but a very important skill to have for anyone who's doing character design in animation. I can understand how this character thinks just by looking at these drawings. I have a feeling this person might already be working in animation, but if not, they should, because this entry is amazing. So congrats once again to Sealbatross. I really hope to see more work from you. Great job. Alright, that wraps up January's character design challenge from the Animator Discord group. Once again, thank you to everyone who participated in this challenge, put so much work into their pieces. Because we are trying this new format, You'll probably see me and Howard kind of take turns doing videos like this. Hopefully, maybe we'll even do one together. Everyone who tuned in, thank you so much. We'll see you all in the next video.